Welcome back to Blind Reading with Hungry Harmony. Today's read, Bride of Discord, Chapter 7, The Arrangement. Discord was still laughing when they arrived at their destination. Fluttershy gazed up at the floating dark castle. Cotton candy clouds surrounded it, raining chocolate milk. "Like what I've done with the place?" the Draconequist asked her. "It's," she stammered, "lovely." "Wait until you see the inside!" He carried her to the door and opened it up. Fluttershy's eyes widened at the interior. It was like looking at a drawing by M.C. Escher, I don't know how to say that, with stairs leading to nowhere and doors hanging sideways. "Okay, welcome to my humble abode," Discord said proudly. "Or should I say, our humble abode. What do you think?" She put a hoof to her head. "I think I'm getting dizzy." He chuckled. "You'll get used to it, my dear. After all, this is your new home." My. Overwhelmed with it all, Fluttershy fainted in his arms. He summoned a daybed and set her down gently. He gazed in triumph at his prize. So innocent, he thought. "Well, we'll soon fix that." "Don't you dare, Discord. Leave her alone. Leave her alone." "She sacrificed herself for us?" Cadence asked in wonder. "She thought she was the only one who could do it," Applejack explained solemnly. "He told us what our freedom would have cost, but I never would have thought Fluttershy." She buried her face in her husband's shoulder. "That creature has gone too far this time," Luna bellowed, using her traditional Canterlot voice. "We motion that we go to that castle and demand he return the Pegasus at once." Celestia put a wing around her. "No, sister. If the agreement made is broken, Discord could unleash his chaos again." "But," she stammered, you can't expect us to allow such innocent soul to be tied to that monster." "This is all my fault," Twilight whimpered. "I'm sorry, Princess Celestia. I have failed you." Celestia raised an eyebrow. "How have you failed me?" "You left me in charge of Equestria, and was put in danger because I didn't take precaution. And I let one of my best friends accept a fate worse than death." She hid her face in her hooves. "Twilight, I'm a terrible ruler." "Oh, Twilight," she's putting herself to her. She stopped crying as her mentor lifted her chin. "Being a ruler means one has to make difficult decisions for the good of her subjects. There was nothing else to be done." "It should have been me then. I could have handled him. I could have..." "I am distressed as you are, but this is her choice. Discord may do terrible things, but believe me when I say he won't bring Fluttershy any physical harm." "How do you know that?" "His nature is to corrupt what is orderly, not to inflict pain. Some creatures are not as evil as they seem." "So," Pinkie Pie sniffed, "what do we do now?" "All we can do now is pray that Fluttershy will be safe and move on with our lives." Wow, that's hard. That is hard. You can't forget something about that. When Fluttershy had gained consciousness, she was lying on a couch. Lying on a couch. She glanced at her surroundings and the ring around her neck, realizing that the events of that day hadn't been a dream. She sighed heavily. She had accepted Discord's proposal, saved the princesses, lost her friends, and freedom all in one day. Now she was engaged to the Lord of Chaos with no escape. Speaking of which, where was Discord? Her answer came sooner than expected as the creature materialized above her. She squeaked and jumped to the back of the couch in surprise. "Have a nice rest, my dear?" he asked. She struggled to get her words out. "How long was I out?" "About an hour or so. I took the time to decorate your room. You like green, right?" Sure." "Of course, this living arrangement is only temporary until we are married. Then we'll be sharing a room," he said slyly. Fluttershy shivered at the thought. When is the wedding exactly?" "Oh, it could be next month, next week, or even tomorrow if you like." "Tomorrow? That reminds me, we need to pick out your dress. I know it's bad luck for me to see it and all, but given the circumstances..." Don't you think..." She found herself standing on a pedestal facing 3 mirrors. Discord was dressed as a tailor and taking her measurements. Now let's see. I'd say you're size 4, am I right?
Aren't you going?
She watched in shock as Discord made several wedding gowns appear on her body. Too fast, Discord, too fast. Too frilly, too casual, too flowery, not flowery enough. Too white, too blue. He stopped at an ivory-colored gown with green trimming. A thin veil draped over her head from a crown of blue daisies. Why, darling, he gestured towards her reflection, you look beautiful. Your fiancé's very lucky to have you. Oh, wait, that's me. Wow. She couldn't take it anymore and shouted, Discord! Yes, my dear? She turned to face him.
Don't you think tomorrow's a bit soon?
He pretended to think about it. No.
But I hardly know you as it is.
Do I need to remind you of the terms of our agreement?
I'll still marry you, just not yet.
Care to explain your reasons behind this?
Well, you see...
Oh, come on now, dear. Let's not be strangers, tell me. She gulped.
It's just that I always thought that when I got married, I would fall in love with him first.
Oh, there will be plenty of time for that. Fluttershy swallowed her fear and narrowed her eyes at him.
You said you would give me whatever I desired, right?
Discord fiddled with his hands. I did say that, didn't I?
Well, I desired that we postpone our wedding.
But...
And you said you wanted a willing bride, right?
I did, but...
I would be even more willing if we got to know each other first.
He was starting to get very annoyed and felt like turning her into an orange, but he took a deep breath and calmed down. It was obviously going to take a lot to get through to this pony, regarding the fact that she had been the only one who had resisted him in the labyrinth. I remember that. Way to go, Fluttershy. He had to take this one step at a time. Very well, my dear, as you wish. He snapped his fingers, making the gown and mirrors disappear. We'll postpone the wedding for now.
Until when?
She could not help but ask. An idea struck him. I'll tell you what, he continued as he circled her. Every night I will ask you a teensy question. If you don't give me the answer I want, I will keep asking until you do.
And when I do?
Well, he smirked, let's just say that it will be our wedding day. Fluttershy shuddered.
What's the question?
I'll tell you later. Right now, you look hungry. As if on cue, her stomach grumbled.
I did skip breakfast.
Say no more. An oddly shaped table appeared between them, and they were seated on either end. Discord summoned a candelabrum? I don't know if I'm saying that right. As a last-minute touch. What will it be, my dear? Chicken a la king, lobster? As he listed each dish, it appeared before her. Fluttershy uttered.
I'm a vegetarian.
Of course, duh! Discord, really? Okay. Oh, right, my bad. Hay, oats, baked Alaska? I don't know what is baked Alaska. I keep hearing that, but I don't know what baked Alaska is. I should check that out.
Just a salad would be nice.
Sure enough, a bowl of lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, and carrots materialized before her. Discord then summoned the bowl of what appeared to be...
Is that paper?
Is it? He said, taking a bite of it. Crunchy. Want some? She raised an eyebrow.
I'll pass.
Well, here's pork goat after all. Fluttershy glanced down at the dish in front of her, shaking as she lifted her fork. Discord was confused at her hesitation. It's not poisoned, if that's what you're thinking. She smiled nervously and took a bite of the salad.
Delicious,
she gulped. Perhaps you would like some dressing, Thousand Island or ranch?
Ranch.
A bottle appeared in the air and squirted the substance into her bowl. I'm not a huge fan of bottled dressing. I like it if it's homemade, especially by my mom. I miss my mom! Continuing, sorry.
Thanks.
Fluttershy uttered once the bottle had vanished. Anything for my lovely fiancé. He stared at her as he shivered in her seat. You'll find me terrifying, don't you? She looked down at her hooves.
Well...
He shrugged. Perfectly understandable. After all, my appearance is quite unique. He grinned slyly at her. Yours, on the other hand, she nearly choked on her fork as he appeared beside her. I will tell you a secret. I always thought that of the 6, you were the most ravishing. Scratch that. Of all the ponies in Equestria, you were the most ravishing. He put his paw to her face. She backed away, causing her to fall out of her chair. He caught her with his tail before she could hit the ground and lifted her to meet his eyes. Okay. Poor Fluttershy. She's just getting pushed and pushed. Discord's not giving, right now, Fluttershy her space. But at the same time, I'm glad Discord caught her in time. Ugh. What? Ravishing is not good enough word. How about stunning? Beautiful? Gorgeous? Stop, she squeaked. Stop what? He asked as he teasingly stroked her mane. Fluttershy wiggled out of his hold.
Look, I appreciate the compliment, but...
What? Discord said, running his claw under her chin. Not used to some pony calling you beautiful?
Not directly.
He chuckled. Well, you should get used to it, because I'm going to keep calling you that. At least that's sweet of him, I'm guessing? She forced a smile as she returned to her seat. She tried to finish her salad, but it was difficult with him standing so close. Yeah, give her personal space. Oh, Discord. You know, I was honestly hoping you'd be the one to accept my proposal. It was certainly bold of you to do so. She tensed as he placed his hands on her shoulders. Don't worry, my dear. I shall make you happy. Don't think of this place as a prison. Think of it as a kingdom, where you are the queen. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of, the mayor who became queen right now, just with the queen thing. Oh, okay. I'm in too many audio dramas right now. Oh, I'm mixing things up. Okay, he made a gold crown appear on her head. Fluttershy dropped her fork. Imagine our own little chaos corner of the world. No pony to tell us what to do. You can have whatever you want, be whatever you want, and do whatever you want. And I'll be by your side. He jumped back as she tossed the crown off her head.
You know what?
She said quickly.
I'm really tired.
Discord scoffed. Don't be ridiculous. It's hardly even noon yet.
Oh, but I didn't get much sleep last night.
She faked a yawn.
Oh, yes, I'm very tired. I should really get to bed.
Oh, very well. But first, my question. Fluttershy shrunk.
Yes?
He cupped her chin in his paw. Whoa, that's fast. I don't even want to say this yet. Do you love me? Her eyes widened. What? I asked, do you love me? She was silent for a long while, about ready to faint again. I'm not surprised. I would probably faint too. Would he get mad if she gave her an honest answer? Well, those are things I'd be thinking about too. But if she said yes, then they would be married immediately. Oh dear.
No.
Whew, good job, Fluttershy. Hannah, my words are being mumbly right now. Sorry. Discord shrugged. Fair enough. Though here's a heads up, my dear. I'm going to keep asking you until you say yes.
Why do you want to?
You said you wanted to fall in love before you get married. Before you got married. So, he gave her a wink. That was such a weird wink. I cannot wink. I can't, no. I'll just stop. Now, let's get you to bed, shall we? He picked her up bridal style and carried her to the door that was thankfully right side up. He opened it to reveal a room with wavy green walls. Cool. I know how you ponies are about gravity, Discord said, though it is quite boring. He opened the white, oddly shaped wardrobe. Here's some clothes for you, in case you're in a fancy mood. If you don't like them, I can make a few alterations. He carefully sat her down on a canopy bed and gestured towards the chandelier hanging above. Watch this. He clapped his hands and the candles went out. Another clap illuminated them again. Ooh, nice. Neat, huh? Ooh. He pointed to the record player. In case it gets too quiet for you, he moved the rod and the record played Fluttershy's favorite lullaby. How did he know? Oh, and if you get hungry in the middle of the night, he showed her a microwave sitting on a counter in the corner. Simply press one of these buttons. Hay, oats, honey, melon. Oh, honey melon. I was like, I thought that was like honey and like by itself. Sure. Pineapple, whatever you'd like. Ooh. He flew over to the window, and I made sure you got the great view. Got the great view. Oh, good for you. He flung open the green curtains, revealing the foggy, dreary forest outside. Well, maybe not a great view, but hey, any view's better than no view. He waited excitedly for her reaction. Fluttershy was struck dumb as she glanced around the room. He had really put a lot of effort into this, and he seemed so eager to please her. She was starting to think Zecora was right, but it was all so much to take in, I can imagine. Discord frowned at her silence. Is it not to your liking?
No, it's...
She stammered.
It's fine.
Was the microwave too much? Would you prefer pink instead of green? The bed not comfy enough?
It's fine, she snapped. Really, it's fine. Lovely even. It's nice.
Discord accepted her answer and drifted to the door. Now, if there's anything else you need, just holler. Sleep tight. Once he had closed the door, Fluttershy waited until she was sure he was gone. And she buried her face in a lace pillow and let loose all the tears she had been holding back. Discord, you made Fluttershy cry! Fluttershy! Continue. Oh, Discord, you sly devil! The Draconicus mused as he admired himself in the mirror. Sly, his reflection scoffed. You're acting like a big softy kissing up to that wimpy Pegasus. Don't you understand? This is better than we have hoped for. Listen, the ponies can't turn us to stone without the element of kindness, right? Right. But what does that matter? They already promised not to use the elements against us. Only because they didn't have a choice. But if any of our deals were to be broken, then we could be free to do whatever we want. And where does the Pegasus fall into this? He cackled. I'll bet you by the end of this month, or end of the month, the Pegasus will be so hopelessly in love with me, she'll do just about anything for me. She won't be able to use her element against me, which means there'll be nothing stopping me from taking over Equestria. And just think, I'll even gain a queen in the process. Yeah, great plan, Discord, great plan. His reflection burst into laughter. Really? That's your plan? Do you honestly think that little pony would fall in love with you? That's so funny, he's like making fun of himself. Discord put his hands on his hips. And why not? Well, have you looked at yourself lately? Hey, I have my charms. Are you talking about the magic kind of charms or the wooing kind of charms? Because the latter is just hopeless. He grabbed the mirror. How would you like to be smashed into millions of pieces? Hey, 7 years of bad luck. Don't talk to me about bad luck. I invented bad luck. He lifted the glass ready to destroy it. Then he paused and slapped himself in the face. What am I doing? He set the mirror down and stared at his reflection, which had returned to normal. He studied his distorted face and thought of Fluttershy's beauty. How could he win her over? How could he win her heart? She had already agreed to marry him, but not because she wanted to. She only wanted to save her friends. Why would she ever want him? Discord's finally realizing it. He shook these thoughts out of his head. Don't shake it out! He should stay. Oh, what does it matter? There are other ways to impress a lady. He studied his reflection again. Though maybe I should trim my beard. That's what you're wearing, that's your beard. Your goatee. Well. Oh, Discord. Oh, Discord. Well, that was, oh, Discord. Made Fluttershy cry. She's like, yeah, took her freedom, took her friends away. She's never going to see anyone again. That's just cruel. That is just so cruel. And she did it willingly. That takes guts. I'm not surprised that Twilight and Applejack said that Fluttershy is the most bravest pony ever. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my blind reading. I'm sorry if I talked really fast. I just have a limited time to actually do these things since now I have a roommate now in my room, so I have less time in this room to actually do stuff. So I'm trying to get as much done as possible. So sorry for if I'm rushing my next few blind reading chapters. I'm just trying to get through it so honestly I can get to the awesome parts and, well, not that these are not awesome. These are all amazing chapters. I'm just time limits, so sorry about that for the rush. But again, thank you guys for listening for my blind reading, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for chapter 8. Wait, chapter 8. Ooh, can't wait! Please stay tuned for that, or it'll be just right here next. So, again, thank you. Hungry Harmony, out. Friendship is magic.